I wasted just enough time singing for Amberlynn to upload a video. Oh, yippee!
Oh boy, the title of this one. Oh, y'all, I don't know. Yes, us, girly pops. It's Finny. I'm back with another reaction video. We all see the title. I feel so defeated. Way in episode 5. What did I tell you? One of these days she's going to come on here and be like, I gained 20 pounds and it's all water weight. I don't actually know what goes on yet. She just uploaded this like an hour ago. So, I mean, by the time you see this, it'll be like the next day, but whatever. That's fine. Jinxie, she's very exploratory today. I don't know why. Oh, true. Wow. Thank you, Jinxie, for your input. She's like, Amber, find Rarity. What happened to Rarity? Anyways, let's get into the video, shall we?
Hey guys, so welcome to my weigh-in. I am getting around to filming this pretty late at night. I already did my live stream and everything, and usually by my Tuesday live stream, I've already had this filmed, edited, and scheduled to go up for the next day. But I'm not feeling the greatest, and I'm going to tell you the reason.
She has cellulitis again, heads up. What a shock. I don't know which one of the pets did it. Twink? Wasabi? Either way, whoever did it is getting out. They're, bye, kicked out, off the island.
Why in this video, so let's just get straight to it. First, we're going to start off with the 5 questions that I do every weigh-in video.
Lucky
and where I get
us.
those is Instagram. So once a week I go on there and I say, ask me any weight, health, food related questions. What makes you say that the eating scenes in 600 Pound Life are exaggerated and not real? So I said that in a past weigh-in video.
I mean, they're probably like a little bit exaggerated because it's for sensationalization. Like, duh, it's Hollywood. It's a reality show. That's not terribly surprising, but I don't think it's too off the mark. I think it would be like maybe this is what someone would binge on rather than it being a straightforward meal all the time.
Video, because it's true. I've actually been contacted by multiple people who have been in 600 Pound Life, and I myself have contacted
You're
a couple
all besties.
people myself. And I'm also actually pretty good friends with 2 people who have been on shows like that. And
Stephen Asante. She's like, he's just such a nice person. Oh, Lord.
And they do exaggerate those scenes, especially in 600 Pound Life.
Especially,
and I only know that because people who have been on 600 Pound Life have told me that personally. Plus, I am also someone who is over 500 pounds. I was almost 600 pounds at one point. Why do you think people freak out about the size of a 20-piece nugget, but will order a 10-piece with a large fry and act like that is any better? Good point, good point.
I think the whole thing is that people are freaking out more about that because we all know she's probably not stopping at a 20-piece McNugget. So it's like, okay, sure, yeah, we'll say that you're doing that. I think that people are quicker to accept, okay, you got a 10-piece and fries and a Coke or whatever, than being like, I got a 20-piece and a Coke. It's like, okay, well, we know there's French fries somewhere or some other additional food that you're not being forthcoming about.
I think just like hearing a 20-piece nugget, it's like, whoa, that's crazy. But when you do the calories for a 20-piece nugget versus like a regular meal that you can get at McDonald's, which is
it is
a
pretty
10-piece
similar
nugget with a large fry, it's about the same calories. There's a little bit more calories in the nugget and fry, but the protein and the carbs are better if you just get the 20-piece nugget.
Well, yeah, because you're not eating a bunch of carbs with the fries.
But the same people judging someone for ordering a 20-piece nugget will also go to McDonald's and get the nuggets and fries.
Okay, but here's the difference, Amber. I go to McDonald's, I get a 10-piece nugget and fries, right? Like, let's just say I do that. I'm not 500 and something pounds, and I'm not going multiple times a week. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, I need to lose weight to save my life. Because when I was heavier and feeling like, oh, I'm getting a lot of things that are really becoming issues, I need to do this to change myself or I may end up in a very bad place, I did it. So I don't want to hear this. Like, cancer didn't even change you.
I think people like to play mind tricks because like when you see like sodium, for an example, on nutrition labels. You don't really think about your own sodium consumption.
I don't.
I see so many people telling me, oh my God, Amberlynn, like that's so much sodium in that ramen that you're eating, blah, blah, blah.
There
but
is.
The same people will make rice-a-roni for them and their family.
She always compares herself to other people. Yes, I get it. But also, if you're making rice-a-roni for you and your family, well, okay, that's family. You're eating the rice-a-roni by yourself. That's the difference, too. Also, I don't like this whole, like, well, you're making rice-a-roni while they're probably working. You don't really have an excuse.
Not realizing that that also has a lot of sodium, or even just like a can of corn, they add sodium to these things. Everything
It's a
has
preservative.
sodium. Americans just eat a lot of sodium without.
It's because salt is a preservative, so there's a lot of salt in things. We don't use some of the other preservatives that like other places may use, or we heavily rely on like prepackaged foods and prepared foods and whatnot that will last. I don't know if that's kind of like a leftover from the Great Depression or the 40s when things were very difficult to get. So it was like everything was preserved. I don't really know. But as an American, yes, I understand. We have big, huge portions for everything. And a lot of stuff is like processed. I get it. And that also has to do with capitalism and the fact that fresh things like fresh fruits and produce and whatnot, they need like farm hands to deal with it. And it's all about the cost of labor, supply and demand, all these things. And it is much more cost effective to have things that are preserved and last over time than it is for someone to have fresh available stuff in their house. I don't know. Like, again, I get sometimes into like economics and sociology and things like that. And Amberlynn is just no way. She doesn't even know what space is. So I don't think she would understand the inner mechanisms of GDP and stuff like that. I don't even understand it. I got a C in economics, and I just had to pass it to get my degree. So yeah.
Without even realizing it. Have you thought about asking ChatGPT how many
No.
calories you should eat to lose weight? So I never thought about it.
Don't.
So I decided to do it.
You're such a fucking idiot, Amber. Okay, here's the thing. If you're relying on ChatGPT to tell you anything, you're a moron. I don't care. I'm making that blanket statement. If you're using ChatGPT for anything, you're an idiot who doesn't know how to use Google. Don't you fucking have Noom and a doctor? Couldn't you ask a nutritionist? Couldn't you go on like a nutritionist blog? Couldn't you do something, anything other than using generative AI that's destroying our forests? The consumption of energy that this woman puts into AI nonsense is astounding. Just like the amount of plastic she wastes by ordering Amazon every single week.
And when I did do it, it prompted me. It was like, can you tell me a bit about yourself? Can you tell me like age, weight, height?
All it's doing is pulling information from like a bunch of sources and then putting together a slop for you. But then again, Amber is used to consuming slop, so I'm not that surprised. And ChatGPT is not accurate representation and is not something that you should be going to for medical questions. If you see anyone pull up ChatGPT and they're like, especially if they're in like the medical field, because I've heard this horror story before, if they're pulling up ChatGPT and asking questions, run, because they're going to misdiagnose you.
Any medical things that could be wrong with you. And I like that aspect because like when you try
I just realized I'm watching her in 1x speed and I don't want to. She just talks so slowly. I mean, I do too. I get that, but oof.
try to do these like metabolic rate things online.
Oh,
It
be
literally just asks
quiet.
your height, your gender, and your weight, and it's like, no, there's more to it. So I thought that was cool that ChatGPT actually asked for that.
Oh my God, it's like so cool. No, if you go to like a regular fucking doctor, they're going to ask you a bunch of different things. They're going to run blood panels on you. Like, just go to a PCP. Oh my God, Amber, you say you have health insurance now? Go to a doctor. Go to a doctor. Go to a nurse practitioner. Go to a physician assistant. Like, literally any one of those. Oh, any one of those people.
Screenshot, and as you can see, ChatGPT thinks that I should eat anywhere between 2,200 and 2,400, which is
ChatGPT is a fucking liar. It's not true. And it's saying, oh, you should lose around 1 to 2 pounds a week. No. Not for someone Amber's weight. Abso-fucking-lutely not. This
I've
is
always said, and it literally shows the reason why I should be eating at this lower limit, such as weight loss is slower for me due to the lipedema and the lymphedema and how that fluid retention shows up on the scale a lot.
Oh, shut up.
To you guys. Pretty much everything that ChatGPT says in the screenshot is exactly what I've said. Like how my metabolism is a lot slower.
So you're an idiot.
It's also slower due to me having no estrogen in my body, slower because I went through menopause.
Okay, well, whose fault is that? Besides, like, you know, okay, cancer's fault. Yes, obviously that portion. But whose fault is it for not going to see someone, not going to see an endocrinologist or an oncologist and be like, you know what? Me not having this estrogen is starting to really make it difficult for me to lose any weight, and I really need to lose weight, and then have them monitor your levels. I don't understand this. I just don't understand. From like a medical standpoint, I don't fucking get it.
Pause, and it's slower because of the years of yo-yo dieting. If you continue to like
That's
make your
not
calories super low, lower than they need to be, that'll continue to mess with your metabolic rate. And then I got curious because there's lovely rumors always floating around that I should be eating like 10,000 calories a day to maintain my weight.
That's me. No, it's like you really would be eating like 6,000 calories a day to maintain and gain weight.
That is wild and so off base and untrue. Like I know that like already, like as a person that that's not true, but I was like, you know what? ChatGPT has never been wrong for me. So I'm
Again, you're just a fucking idiot. Use Google. If you cannot do a search engine search on your own at your big age of 34, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just going to call you fucking stupid this entire video.
curious. I was like, ChatGPT, how many calories do I need for myself to maintain the weight that I'm at? ChatGPT confirms the misconceptions are not real. I need between 3,200 to 3,400.
That's not true, because Noom is telling you, and Noom, I don't know where they get their information, right? I'm not going to pretend like they're the be-all, end-all, right? But I think they at least have dietitians and nutritionists or whatever, and it tells you that you should be eating between, 2,600 and 3,400. So how is it that they would be telling you to eat between this amount, but you would be maintaining your weight at it? I don't think so, Amber. That makes no sense whatsoever. And ChatGPT, whatever it said, I don't know what you put in because it's not right. It just frustrates me that she comes on here and is like, it's misinformation, it's blah, blah, blah. No, you're the one who constantly puts out misinformation. It's why I get so heated, because I love medicine and I love everything that surrounds it. And for you to come on here and just talk out of your ass and use things like ChatGPT to confirm your bias, fuck off.
Which is actually really easy for me. Like eating that is very easy for someone my size. And it's actually pretty easy to do without even realizing it. And for some reason, people just don't.
No, you're a liar. This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
To believe that, I don't understand why, but like I'm living proof because I am my person.
Because other people who are, I could probably, if I ate 3,400 calories or whatever, I would gain tons of weight. I don't eat anywhere near that. But if I eat 2,200, then I'm going to probably maintain or maybe lose a little bit. You are significantly larger than me. Significantly. And you have come on here and said a bajillion times that you binge and you eat these crazy amounts. You have said before in the past that you have eaten 10,000 calories. Okay? 10,000 calories. I just want that to like sit with you. Okay? And for you to come on here and pretend like that's never happened, you've told us. And having one day of 4,000 calories is not going to make you gain a bunch of weight. It's just not. If you're eating below the recommended amount all the time. Also, you're eating below the recommended amount, right? You're eating below. You're eating like 2,300 calories, which is what ChatGPT says you have to use to lose. And you're not. I'm sorry, am I just supposed to pretend, suspend disbelief?
I am, like in my body, I am me, and I'm just sharing that based on my experiences. How often do you grocery shop? So I'll either go every week or bi-weekly. So sometimes I'll skip a week, but definitely only once a week. Is your new friend a caretaker because you are so big? Y'all, the goalpost has absolutely moved. Like, it's ridiculous. So at first I would talk about my friend in my videos and people would be like, oh my god, she's imaginary, or oh my god, like Amberlynn's making up this friend. And now that you guys have heard her voice in my videos, the goalpost has moved and now it's a caretaker.
She's probably a
Stop with the
caretaker.
fat phobia. I understand.
It's not fat phobia. Your exes were your caretakers. All of them, okay? Beck especially was, because Beck was doing PCA things. They were literally taking care of you and taking care of your incontinence and taking care of your inability to wipe yourself for a long time. Obviously, part of it was because you couldn't because of your post-op from the full hysterectomy you had. Okay, I get it. Hard for you to move around. Hard for you to do much because having surgery at your size is like a huge thing. It is very difficult. So I understand that, and I'm not even going to say anything about that. Beck neither. Beck understood that too. But once you were healed and you were able to, you continued to make them do that. Destiny took care of you financially for a long time and drove you everywhere and cleaned up and did everything. Crystal's parents took care of you financially, did everything. Casey's mom took you in, took care of you financially. I don't want to hear this shit being like, it's fat phobia. Well, when you were a smaller size with Casey, what is it then? When you were a smaller size with Crystal, what is it then? When you were a smaller size with Destiny, what is it then? What is it? Give me an answer. I'll wait. Just kidding. It's never going to come.
That I'm really large, but I live by myself. No one comes in my apartment. Like, not even my mom. Every time we hang out, we're always hanging out like outside of my apartment, going and doing things and
Why?
spending time out. I don't need a caretaker. I don't need anyone to help me with anything. Yes, I don't drive. I'm fully aware. But when it comes to things that people are assuming due to the fat shaming, I don't need anyone.
It's not fat shaming. It's you telling us these things happened. And so people say, well, if this happened at this size, you're bigger than that. Or if this happened at this size, you're the same size as that. So I'm confused. All of a sudden, now you're able to do everything? Now you're able to? So what was it before? Just manipulation? Just a power trip? Just to belittle someone, to demean them?
Care of everything myself. I do not have a caretaker, and I have never had a caretaker, and I will never.
Yes,
have a
you
caretaker.
did. Yes, you did. Beck was 110% your caretaker.
Friend is my friend because it is someone that I met in person and I realized I clicked with. I enjoy being around her and vice versa. We laugh, we have fun, we share the same
Thank God it's only like once a week at bingo.
hobbies, like literally just a friend. And this is like also another reason why my friends or anyone in my life will never be on camera again. Yes, you'll see my mom here and there, but that is it. Because all you've heard is a voice and already the rumors are starting. All right, so let's get into the goals that I had for last week and did I succeed in those? So last week my goal was to follow a meal plan for 5 days out of 7 and I did not do that. I wanted to have like a huge veggie
what a shock
every single day for lunch.
So you could put on TikTok your feeder content. So you could show people yourself eating and stuffing your gullet, double fisting food into your maw. A huge veggie plate, a huge veggie platter that could feed like 2 or 3 people. Your nasty, fucked up charcuterie board. You're gross.
And I did not succeed in all 5 days. So my goals for the next week are literally just to win over this like defeat that I feel inside of me. Right now, I literally just feel that defeat feeling. I am having emotions that I feel right before I give up. I want to beat the feeling.
Oh, she's gonna. It's gonna happen. I want to
start drinking 3 water bottles a day instead of just 2. All right, so now let's talk about how my week went. So I was doing pretty decent. I was staying below the 3,400 calories that Noom wants me to eat.
Oh, not the 2,600? Oh, now we've upped it to 3,400. Oh, but you're gonna gain weight if you do that, according to ChatGPT.
I was definitely eating in moderation, so I was allowing myself to have like the unhealthy things, but also inviting a bunch of like fruits and vegetables and healthier foods into my diet. There was one day where I overate and I chose like the most horrific foods that day because like I said, we are not perfect over here. Like if I woke up one day and I came on here and I was like, you guys, I've been perfect for a full year, it'd be bullshit because it's not possible. So this is where things get hecticana. A few days.
If you say hecticana one more fucking time, I swear to God, you sound like a juvenile person when you do that. It's not funny. It's not cute. You don't sell any units when you do it. No one fucking wants to hear the term your ex coined. You sound like a moron.
Days ago, I mean, I'm telling you, it was storming really bad. It was flooding. There was flood warnings. It was really, really bad. And I was out with my mom and I didn't realize when I got home that the flood was going to be near me. So to get into my apartment, which was literally the only way to get into my apartment, I had to step and walk and water that literally like went up to the middle of my calf.
Oh.
I was pissed about it, obviously. Like I have lymphedema, and my skin and my body is just really sensitive to things.
Is she gonna blame the flood water on her cellulitis? Is that really where we're going today?
So I was soaking wet. My pants were soaking wet. My legs were soaking wet. My shoes were soaking wet. Came home. I showered. I sadly woke up the next day with cellulitis. So there's two versions of cellulitis. There is version 1 where I get all of like the physical like symptoms. Red, painful, like you can tell there's like a massive infection. But then I also get the shivers and I get 103 temperature. I am puking profusely. TMI, I have diarrhea. I can't eat for days on end.
That sounds more like sepsis.
And I lose a bunch of weight doing that. Or there's B. I still get the leg is red. The leg is painful. You can tell that there is an infection. And I really just feel general malaise. Like I don't have any of those other...
who taught her the word malaise? Oh, ding, ding, ding. We're looking at ChatGPT again for symptoms. Whoa. Pooks. Good face. Oh my God. Ew.
Gain fever symptoms. That's where I'm at here. In both of these areas, A and B, I swell a lot. Obviously, it's a really bad infection. So I got cellulitis from...
Yeah, of course, because itis, like inflammation. Yeah, swelling. You're gonna get it.
Walking in the dirty water.
Oh my God, you were probably in the water for like 5 seconds. And all of a sudden, a cellulitis bacteria went right into your leg. Okay, sure. Did you have open wounds? Like, do you have open wounds on your leg? Open sores? Actually, she might. She might actually have that. But I would be more scared of other types of bacteria that are floating in floodwater. For real. I mean, I've seen people play in floodwater. That's nasty. There's, like, sewage in that.
It's really freaking unfortunate. And a part of me, like, knew that was going to happen. That's why I immediately came home and showered. But when you have lipedema and lymphedema, like, your lymphatic system does not...
And she's sure she doesn't have diabetes as well, because when you're diabetic, your legs and your feet, like the lower legs and your feet, are very sensitive. The skin is very thin. The blood flow is not great. And any sort of, like, this sounds like a diabetic infection, honestly, because any sort of little cut or scrape could really welcome a big, massive infection like this. Is she 100% certain that she's not diabetic? Because I think she might be. I would get that checked real quick, Pooks, because feet and legs, and it's always her feet and legs that get cellulitis. It's always them. She's had scratches on her arm before, and I don't think she's gotten cellulitis there. It's always her feet and legs.
Flow the same. So that already makes it to where it's harder to fight infections. No matter how much you bathe.
Well,
no
yeah,
matter
that's
how
what
much
your
you clean
lymphatic
yourself.
system's
so
for.
when you have lymphedema, it also causes poor circulation to your legs, which also is another thing that prevents fighting off.
Okay, but here's the thing. It's just like with controlling diabetes. Diabetes, you're supposed to keep your legs and your feet dry because moisture invites bacterial growth. Warm moisture invites bacterial growth. They just thrive in there, babes. I don't know. But if the same is for lymphedema and lymphedema, then you should probably have gone in and dried off your legs real quick and done like an inspection on them to make sure that they were dry. And then gotten in the shower maybe, or even if you wanted to just wash off your legs, go in the shower, wash yourself, and then make sure they are dry. But she doesn't do any of this stuff that's like preventative care. She just lets things happen to her. Oh, she got cellulitis again. What, am I supposed to feel bad? She knows that she should be doing things to prevent this from happening, but she doesn't because she's lazy.
Off infections. But I stepped on the scale and I gained weight because I'm extremely swollen.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. Let's see how much. If it's like 2 pounds, I'll give it to her.
Infection has my leg super fucking swollen and it's uncomfortable and it just sucks. Because when you see my weigh-in, when I show you the screenshot from Noom, you'll see that I was losing weight. And then when I got cellulitis, it's like all of that didn't even matter. I immediately gained in fluid retention from the swelling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it sucks. I feel defeated.
Again, like I said, I'll give her 2 or 3 pounds. All right. I'll give it to her. Sure. Why not? Let's see what it is.
because it's like, I know it's not my fault. And after I heal, I genuinely like, I want to switch things up a bit, and I want to start feeling like motivated and inspired in a different way, because I feel like I've just been in this weird lull. I don't know. It could be just the fact that I'm literally fighting an infection. I'm currently on antibiotics. I feel like absolute shit. But let's just get into it. Last week I was 517. This week I'm 521.6.
Amber, you gained almost 5 pounds. You're going right back. You are almost the same size you were as you started.
It's like, this is such a pointless weigh-in because it's not real weight.
What is it then? Fake weight? Like, she always does this. Oh, it's not real weight. It's water weight. Oh, it's not real weight. It's infection weight. If your leg is that infected with pus and gunk, you need to go have surgery on it, okay? If you're like, and the thing is too, like, she's on antibiotics. She's on them now, which means the inflammation would be going down. So post today's weigh-in. I know it's a little bit off or whatever, but post the weigh-in for now. Put it up on your community tab. Why not? The infection would be going down, the swelling would be going down, and you can prove that this almost 5 pound weight gain is 100% infection. She won't though. She won't. And what's going to happen next week when you're 523? And then the week after when you're 528? What's going to happen then?
I don't really know what else to say about it. I just want to feel better. I'm just going to keep taking my antibiotics. I'm going to try to be successful in my goals and just continue pushing forward. Anyways, I'm going to go. I'll see you guys in my next video.
Don't care.
Bye.
Bye. To me, she feels like one of those people who just doesn't finish their course of antibiotics. She's like, I'm better, so I'm not going to finish it. I don't know if that's true, but that's just the vibe she always gives. Here we are again, sitting here again with a weight gain, and it's water weight again. Oh, or infection weight this week. When are we going to take accountability for our weight gain? When are we going to say, you know what, I fucked up big time, and yep, that's why I gained this weight? Because you're coming on here and kind of giving us hints, being like, well, I ate below the 3,400 that Noom wants me to eat. But before you were eating 2,300 calories a day. And you just said that ChatGPT told you that if you're eating 3,400 calories, you're going to gain weight. But but you're okay because you ate a little bit below the 3,400 calories that you're allowed on Noom. It only counts if it's working in your favor. If it's not, then it's like, well, here's an example. Okay, you guys are just wrong. Whatever. She's never going to take accountability for herself. She's never going to be like, yep, I messed up big time, and that's why I gained a bunch of weight, and I just need to do better next week. Because if she does that, then it's admitting that she's at fault, and she has no one to blame but herself. Whatever. Okay, sure. Sure, Amber. Whatever you say. Just pisses me off all the time. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year. And if you would like to join me on this journey talking about Amberlynn Reed, maybe that's not the most enticing pitch. Whatever. If you want to join me, I would love to have you here. Please leave a comment down below. What do you think of Amber's weight gain this week? Do you think it's all infection, or do you think that maybe, just maybe, it has to do with her caloric intake? Leave a like if you are so inclined, or a dislike. I don't care either way. You're entitled to your opinion, even if it is wrong. I will see you all in the next video. Bye!